Hey there, Salem fanatics. Welcome back to the Chad DiMera Channel. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, July 31 are absolutely explosive, and I mean that literally and figuratively. We are ending the week, and the entire month of July sweeps with a massive bang that will leave every single fan speechless. If you thought the DiMera family was toxic before, you haven't seen anything. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, July 31 are going to deliver some of the most intense, heartbreaking, and jaw-dropping moments we have seen all year. We are talking about brutal family showdowns, international rescue missions, and a tragic legacy storyline that is going to leave us all in tears. Let's start with the absolute monsters residing in the DiMera mansion. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, July 31 reveal that EJ and Kristen are finally dropping their masks. They are completely done hiding behind their convoluted schemes and are confronting each other directly in the DiMera living room right under the portrait of their father. And let me tell you, they are telling some incredibly harsh truths. EJ is absolutely furious that Kristen set up a highly unstable Sophia to kill his son Johnny in that horrific apartment fire. And honestly, he has every right to be. But here's the kicker. Kristen is actually mad at EJ because he was standing there when Rachel decided to shoot him. Can you believe the sheer delusion of this woman? She genuinely believes that EJ is the reason her precious daughter might not be mentally well. Let's be real for a second. Kristen projecting her own horrific parenting onto EJ is peak soap opera psychology. Think back to 5 to 10 years ago when Kristen was stealing Teresa Donovan's baby right out of her womb, or when she was running around Salem wearing a Nicole Walker mask to ruin lives. Kristen has always been a deeply disturbed individual, and she has passed that darkness right down to Rachel. Blaming EJ for Rachel's psychotic break is just Kristen refusing to look in the mirror. But you won't believe what happens next in this epic showdown. Kristen threatens to expose EJ's illegal dealings at University Hospital, specifically his failing Versavix resurrection experiments and the arsenic-laced Coracil cover-up. What is EJ's response to this threat? He wants to kidnap his own sister. That is crazy. EJ is literally planning to throw Kristen into a kidnapping transport unit just to keep her mouth shut. I think this is a huge mistake, because it just proves EJ has completely morphed into Stefano too. He is acting like a ruthless dictator, playing God with people's lives and destroying anyone who crosses him. A lot of fans think EJ is just trying to protect the family legacy, but I'm telling you, he is destroying it from the inside out. He is a monster, plain and simple, and he needs to be stopped. This is exactly why I will passionately defend our guy, Chad DiMera, until the end of time. While EJ and Kristen are literally threatening to lock each other in dungeons, Chad is out here actually acting like a decent human being. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, July 31 reveal that Chad uses his inside DiMera family knowledge to help Rafe Hernandez. Chad knows that Gwen is missing, and instead of protecting his corrupt family, he actually steps up to provide crucial intel to the police commissioner. Chad is the only DiMera with a working moral compass, and he proves it time and time again by prioritizing justice over the toxic DiMera name. Thanks to Chad's intel, the search for Gwen becomes a frantic race against time. We know that Gwen didn't just walk away from her bitter fight with EJ over the hospital. She was snatched, and Leo Stark, yes, the ultimate weasel himself, is actually stepping up to play the hero. Leo gets a shocking text message proving that Dimitri von Leuschner is the true kidnapper. So, what does Leo do? He packs his bags and races to Alemania. What do you guys think? Is Leo actually going to save the day, or is he just going to make a massive mess of things? Alemania is such a rich piece of Days of Our Lives lore. Longtime fans will remember this is the stomping ground of the legendary Vivian Alamein and Lawrence Alamein. It is a place of dungeons, buried secrets, and absolute peril. Remember when Carly Manning was buried alive by Vivian? That is the kind of dark history we are dealing with here. Dimitri was kept prisoner in Alemania, and now he is holding Gwen captive in the exact same place. It is a brilliant, poetic plot twist. Now, I have never been a fan of Gwen. I will never forgive her for what she did to Abigail, but nobody deserves to be chained up in an Alamanian fortress by their psychotic ex-husband. This rescue mission is going to be a massive Friday cliffhanger. With Leo out of the country playing action star, you would think Javi and Gus could finally catch a break. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, July 31 show Javi and Gus having a deep, emotional talk about their future together. This has been such a beautiful, slow-burn romance, and Gus deciding to stay in Salem and apply for the firefighter job is exactly what Javi deserves after the intense heartbreak caused by Dimitri. But even with Leo halfway across the world, his toxic presence looms large over this couple. Leo is a master manipulator, and we all remember how he destroyed Craig Wesley's life and terrorized Sonny Kiriakis for months. Javi and Gus are terrified that Leo is going to sabotage their happiness, and honestly, they have every right to be paranoid. But we have to pivot and talk about the most devastating storyline hitting our screens right now. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, July 31 reveal that Abe and Theo thwart Lexie's plans, leading to a massive surprise that could change everything. Earlier in the week, Abe thought he caught Lexie in a massive lie. She told him that she was going to visit her mother, Celeste, but Abe and Theo found out Celeste had absolutely no idea she was coming. Lexie quickly covered it up by claiming it was meant to be a surprise, which made Abe feel incredibly guilty for doubting his miraculously resurrected wife. But we know the heartbreaking truth, don't we? Lexie wasn't going to visit Celeste at all. Lexie was trying to sneak away, to die in peace. Dr. Rolf's Versavix cure is completely failing. The lethal side effects are taking over her body, and Lexie knows her time is up. Instead of forcing Abe and Theo to watch her slowly slip away, just like they had to do back in 2012 when she died from that tragic brain tumor caused by the toxic DiMera tunnels, Lexie tried to leave in secret. It is a sacrifice born out of pure, agonizing love for her family. She even tried to use Kristen as an escort, but Kristen selfishly tried to use a dying Lexie as a decoy to escape EJ's wrath. Kristen is truly the lowest of the low for exploiting her dying sister. So, feeling awful for doubting her, Abe and Theo decide to plan a beautiful surprise for Lexie to make up for their suspicions. This is going to destroy us, Salem fans. They are planning a celebration of love and family, completely unaware that the woman they are celebrating is standing right at death's door. The dramatic irony here is absolutely suffocating. Theo relies so heavily on stability, and losing his mother a second time is going to break his heart into a million pieces. When Abe and Theo finally realize that Lexie's symptoms are back and that EJ's miracle drug has failed, the fallout is going to be apocalyptic. EJ playing God with this legacy character's life is going to shatter the Carver family all over again. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, July 31 promise an unforgettable episode. We have EJ and Kristen tearing the DiMera family apart from the inside, Leo racing into the dangerous heart of Alamania, and the Carver family walking blindly into a devastating, soul-crushing tragedy. You absolutely cannot miss a single second of this soap opera gold. What are your predictions for this massive Friday episode? Let me know in the comments below, hit that like button, and make sure you subscribe to the Chad DiMera channel for all your daily Salem updates. See you next time.